All right, well, hoping somebody can get me some answers for a couple of questions I got real quick. First off, I'm working to try to get my side windows put in, and I ran into an issue on the driver's side. I'll show it real quick. So the glass is the same, regulators are the same, doors are new. So one issue I ran into, which I messaged Barry about on the passenger side, and he got me some measurements, but I think I found the problem with it. The passenger side, this front section of the door, I think ends up pinching in a little too tight, which I'll have to go to that side to show what I think is the cause of it, but this side went in decently. I was able to retain this seal right here, which wasn't on the car ever before, but I found out that it goes right here. And also this little seal on the outside, which is down in the door, which I think should be sitting higher. I don't know if this vent window is sitting too low, but it seems to sit where I think it would for it to close right. I don't know. I'll end up having to adjust it because I also found out you're supposed to have the side glass in right here when you put this in to get the alignment right. So everything is easily, I don't have it all tightened down real tight, so I can loosen it up and adjust it. But anyway, so that's one thing. The question I had was the door glass, like the window regulator. Does that need to be in before the glass, or do you need to get the glass laid inside the door, then put the regulator and the gear, crank, scissor, whatever mechanism in? I believe there's also a guide on the back. I'm assuming that needs to go in first because it's just like a weather strip piece. Kind of like this, just this little felt guide. So I'm thinking that needs to go in first. This probably needs to tilt forward at least to be able to get the glass in, unless it can kind of go in like this and then rock back. But if anyone has any info on the order of operations for how to install this window the easiest, so I don't ding it up as much as I did this rear quarter one, then that would be appreciated. Secondly, this rear glass, you can see where I've scuffed the tent putting it in because it was not easy. So this one, where I can get in here. Found out these actually go on the glass, so hopefully can get those on with it in the car. This I found goes right here on this hole. I think it sits just like this, I believe. I watched a video on it, so they did show that, but these weren't in the video, and then I later found out off of an old Ford like diagram, schematic, whatever, that these actually go on the window frame piece. But anyways, with this, from the video when they took it apart, they pulled this off first, so it would be the last to install. Then they had the window all the way up, and they put a clamp on the front of it, like a vice grip type thing to hold the window up. And then they pulled the regulator mechanism out the bottom through here next. That's where I screwed up. I didn't raise my glass all the way up. When I did that, I tried to just push it back, so I dinged up all the tint, scratched it all to hell. So I'll have to re-tint it later. Not a big deal right now. I'm not that worried about it. These glasses, or these windows, were kind of dinged up anyways, along with the front glass. They were, like I said, another video, they've got a lot of grind splatter on them, so they're not the best shape. I want to replace these with the actual smoked glass so I don't have to tint them. I don't know if you can buy a smoked rear window or not, because that would be ideal if I could get them all smoked in the same color. I wouldn't have to worry with tint. I still have to tint this. I'm waiting on the tint to arrive. Should be here maybe tomorrow, this weekend. I don't know. I've got to try to tint it because it's the only glass not tinted yet. So the issue I'm having with this window, though, that I want to question is there any adjustment for the top? Because this is what I'm dealing with. It's like against it and then hella gapped at the back. And it's not, I don't think it's an issue with the way I welded the quarter on, because it's like the glass is tilted. The back's tight back here and the front's super gapped right here. And I know I got to put the felt still in it, but there's no adjustment at the top of this track. There's adjustment down here with these, and then you have this, and the rear track can go up and down, but there's no adjustment this way. All you can do is kick it in and out at the bottom. How do I fix that? Anyone, please tell me how the heck I'm supposed to get this off of it. And I know I put this damn strip on backwards. I did not pay attention whenever I put these on. I just kind of winged it and threw them on, so I have to swap this. I already pulled the other one off. So yeah, dumb mistake there. Yeah, I don't know how to fix this shit. That is a problem. So, along with that, I still have to do the door weather strips. I still have to do the quarter glass. I got the bolts in for the other quarter glass, the vent window, I mean. I got the bolt kit for it. So I'll do it maybe this weekend if I can. So this side, this up here, I noticed the door, like you can see it right around here at angles. It goes and then it kind of kicks inward. And I think that's normal. But what's not normal is, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but right up here, it narrows down a lot thinner. Originally, I was thinking I could pop these spot welds, spread it, but I don't know if that'll actually do what I'm wanting, because let's see if I can sit here without hit this window. So this is up against this inner frame and it can't push back anymore. This piece can't come back this way anymore because it's hooked underneath. So I really don't know how I would adjust this. Shy of splitting this, I would have to like grind a cut right here and then spread it and then re-weld right here. It's the only way I know to fix that. Don't think I'll be doing it this go around because I have like a week and a half or so to have this thing drivable and ready. So the only way I could get that vent window on was I had to take off that little front seal that goes up here, and I had to take off the little strip that goes on the outside, which, like I said, when the car ran before, I never had this front seal, never had this. So my guess is they had the same problem. I don't know. It was snug fit. So that's an issue, but I can get the quarter in now. I was able to take, you can see where I knocked the paint off. I was able to take a punch and a hammer and just kind of spread away the little lips because it had little like misformed, or not misformed, but I don't know what you want to call it, like overhang sheet metal pieces. Like, I don't know if you can see this little nub. I thought that was an issue originally. So there's one on this back side that I folded under so I could bring the glass forward more. But I don't know, I think I can wing it and make the front quarter glass fit on this one. It's not going to be the best fit, and it's a snug fit, but I can get it in for the time being. And when I go back to do the actual paint on this car, then I'll fix it then, because I've got a bunch of other random little spots I need to fix. So my other question is, along with the window and the regulator install orders, I need to get insurance on this thing. I currently have State Farm, but the State Farm coverage is like 10 or 13,000. It was like what we paid for the car originally. And if you follow my videos, I've got way more than that in parts alone on this thing. So I need to get insurance coverage that is not gonna break my bank for a premium and will cover the value of the money and time I have in this thing. So money-wise, I would guess I probably have easily somewhere in the ballpark of around 20,000-30,000 in parts. Just guessing. Then it might not be that high, but along that, I have 10 years worth of labor hours put in this thing. If you've tried to buy something similar, I guess, I just kind of did quick searches around eBay. The cheapest I could find is, 40,000-50,000 for a modernized suspension, modernized brakes, etc. Pro touring built car. So I want to throw like a minimum around 50,000 on it for coverage wise. The closest quote I've gotten has been through Grundy. Haggerty wanted to charge like $3,000 a year premium or something like that. And then they had a mileage stipulation, all kind of other driving stipulations. It was ridiculous. Like, it was pretty much going to be a museum piece. And then they still wanted to charge out the ass. Grundy gave the best quote. They didn't scoff about the amount I wanted covered on. They didn't have a mileage limit. Their limitation was you can't daily drive it. You can't run errands with it. You can't, pretty much you could only drive it to and from car shows, more or less. I'll have to call and get the exacts, but that's what I got from it is this thing, if they're insuring it, it is a show car. It is meant to drive to car shows, from car shows, but as far as coverages, their coverages were awesome. They throw in windshield replacement, spare parts, trip reimbursement, roadside assist, towing, the works, and their premium was like $650, $700 or something like that a year. It was ridiculously good, but you couldn't drive the thing. So I don't know. I want something where I can, if I feel like driving this to work, I can drive it to work. If I want to run to the store to pick something up and I haven't driven this in a while, I want to be able to take this. If I want to go visit family members or something and they haven't seen the car, I want to drive it to them to show them. I feel like taking a spin on the weekend, crank up and roll. I don't want to have to worry about whether or not I'm going to be covered if I get in a wreck because I just felt like driving this car. And there's so many people down here with no insurance, so I definitely have to be careful with it. Because I don't fear myself wrecking it. I fear someone running a light and hitting me, running a stop sign and hitting me, or texting and rear-ending me, something like that. And I'm not spending years and years of my life rebuilding another one of these. If this thing gets totaled, I'm buying a complete shell, I'm bolting on parts. And I want to be able to just buy and put together and pay to have it put back to where it is. I'm not going to go through the hassle of everything and what I did to this. So anyways, sorry I made the video longer than I expected. Like I said, I mainly want information on the window glass. And if you have any info on insurance, I did some quick Googling. It looks like State Farm does it. I don't know if I can get them to cover what I want, but State Farm does coverage. Grundy and Haggerty, I know, already did through them. There were two other ones, like Safeco and one other company. I can't remember the name, but they have just like random agents. It's like they have their own insurance companies, but they actually end up going through this one. It's weird how it is. It's not like State Farm and then you have different State Farm agents. It was like Billy Smith and Joe Blow and whatnot, LLC, and they insure you, but they actually do a claim through this other company. So I don't know. I don't know how trusting I am of stuff like that. Anyways, another thing I didn't really go over in the other video that I made, my last one, because it was just a walk around and you couldn't hear anything, so I didn't talk at all. My clutch doesn't operate, so I couldn't drive it. I had to push it out in the yard for that other video, and pushing it back in the shop was not easy. So this clutch master is a 3/4 bore. The slave is a 7/8 bore. I didn't think it'd be an issue, but it is. It's supposed to have a 1-inch throw, so since it's undersized, it's not getting a full 1-inch throw. It's not disengaging the clutch. So I ordered one off of eBay because I couldn't find a master that style in a 7/8 anywhere else. Willwood doesn't make them that big in this style. 3/4 is the biggest. I have a 0.88, which I don't remember what it actually equated to because the 7/8 is actually 0.875 inch or 875 thou, whatever. So that'll be in tomorrow. It's just kind of an off-brand whatever master. I will bleed that out and hopefully that'll fix my issue where this thing can move itself, because next week I will be scheduling to get my front windshield put in, and I will be letting the glass place do that because I don't want to fight it like I did the rear glass. Anyways, that's it for now. Help me out if you can. If you don't know, whatever. I mean, if you have info for me, anything helps. I want to try to get this in as smoothly as possible without dinging up the door, scratching stuff, scratching the glass, tearing up the tent again, etc. So thanks for watching, thanks for the help, thanks for info, etc., etc. And till next time, guys, bye.